So the most common question on the power twister that I get is, how heavy is this power twister? And how heavy should the one be that you use when you attempt one of my workouts? Spoiler alert, if you want to use these things to get some good lengthy workouts, then it should be low resistance. Now if you want to be a tough boy strength athlete on the other hand, then it's a different story. But most people that watch my videos want to use these devices to up their muscle gains. And for that goal, a 60 kilo power twister is less than ideal. And I have gotten comments from people that use really heavy power twisters attempting my workouts, and they just don't understand why they cannot finish them or even really attempt them. Those power twisters are not meant to use for a full workout. They're meant to develop strength. They are meant to be used for a few repetitions, and that's it. And with that being said, use a low resistance device. Not necessarily a super low resistance device. I mean, you have these that are like 10 kilos. They don't even produce these anymore as far as I know, which is kind of a shame. They are great for finisher sets and for absolute beginners, but doesn't really matter because these are more fit for most people anyway. And if I had to guess to answer the question, this one is probably between 20-30 kilos. And I know some of you will be confused because 20 to 30 kilos sounds like nothing. And other people will think that just because I use such low resistance doesn't mean that they can straight up use 40-50 kilos for their workouts. Now listen, a 20 to 30 kilo power twister, the resistance that applies can be compared to using 10 to 15 kilo dumbbells, and you should compare it to using those dumbbells for controlled repetitions like this, using both arms simultaneously. You can't really do one arm at a time when you use a power twister, right? I mean, you can, but that would kind of be the purpose of the device, part of it at least. Now most people that can aggressively curl like 30 kilos with one arm at a time, like me, those people will still be challenged when they use controlled movements with 10-15 kilos for 3 sets of 12 reps, okay? Now if you want to use a power twister just to show off your strength, want to use it maybe for 1 to 5 reps at a time, then you're probably best off starting with 40 to 50 kilos. That would be my guess. And maybe 60 to 70 kilos if you are a seasoned strength athlete. And that is assuming you have some experience with exercises, mostly directed at your forearms and your chest. And even then, you don't have to expect that you will be able to fully bend those heavy devices initially. If you are not experienced and you still want to be a bad boy, then 40 kilos is probably most adequate for starting to build up some real strength. But do realize that even lighter devices will suffice for building up some interesting tiers of strength. Most people will notice improved grip strength even when lighter models are used. That is simply because it forces a form of forearm engagement that is not often replicated by other means of exercise. These really high devices at 60 kilos or more, they are for real madmen, okay? Make no mistake, they are not fit for effectively building mass or even overall athleticism. 50 kilos power twisters are definitely not for most people. To put things into perspective, even world-class powerlifters, world record holders, will have a hard time to close a 110 kilo power twister when they are untrained for this type of exercise.
Do you want to try one heavier?
No, I'm good, man.
Okay.
So don't underestimate this. So if you want to start out, I highly recommend buying a 20 kilo device and see where you want to go from there. They are not expensive, barely taking any room, and they typically last a long time. This one is older than I am. So therefore owning a 20 kilo device is not a miss buy. I hope that helped. Have a nice day everyone, and I will see you next time.